Hello, my name is Love Oladele of loveoladele.net. A lot of people have asked me, Love, when are you going to do blockchain technology for us? I like talking about cryptocurrency. I just love to share my knowledge on cryptocurrency. Then people started asking me to share my knowledge on blockchain technology in general. They just want to know more about blockchain technology. So I decided that, okay, today I'm going to share my knowledge on blockchain technology, especially when I posted the video on President Kenyatta, when I was telling him thank you. People wanted to know, hey, Love, that blockchain technology and Internet of Things that President Kenyatta was talking about, can you share it with us? So what I'm doing today is to share that with you. So blockchain technology, the almighty blockchain. What is blockchain technology? For us to understand what blockchain technology is, we would have to know what is blockchain. Blockchain is an invention, is a brainchild of a person or a group of people known as Satoshi Nakamoto, which is their pseudonym. It may be a pseudonym for someone, but then the person that invented blockchain technology is Satoshi Nakamoto. So blockchain is actually a distributed ledger. It's a distributed ledger where everyone in the world can have access. As far as you have your laptop, you can have access to it. And basically, it is used for transaction, to record transaction and tracking assets. It's used to record transaction and tracking assets in a business network. The assets that blockchain technology can now track, it can be tangible, it can be a house, it can be a car, it can be cash, it can be land, it can be intellectual property, it can be copyright, patents, branding. Anything of value can be tracked and traded on blockchain. That's how it has become. Anything of value can be tracked, on blockchain, can be traded and tracked on blockchain. And why this is so and why it's so important is that it can help to reduce risk and it can cut costs. It will help to cut costs a lot. So any information that is held on blockchain, there exists as shared data. That's what information that is shared on blockchain as shared data. The database is not stored in any single location, meaning that the records on blockchain are public and easily verifiable. So there's no centralized version like the government of my country, Nigeria, can have their own data and they don't want people. In fact, in my country, Nigeria, it's always very difficult to get data from government. Even when you are doing research on health, on education, it can be difficult. But with the use of blockchain, if the government decides to start using blockchain technology, everybody can have access to the data. And we are hoping that the government will use it because, any government that is corrupt, they will fight it, but it has come to stay. Blockchain technology has come to stay, and it's going to help a whole lot of people. So those data is hosted by millions of computers simultaneously. So that means that those data on blockchain can be accessed by anyone that has internet. Can you imagine? I love that. So as revolutionary as it stands, blockchain is a mechanism to bring everyone to the highest degree of accountability. Because of blockchain, there will be no more mistransaction. There will be no human or machine errors. There will be no exchange that is not done with the consent of the parties involved. Above anything else, it will help to guarantee validity of transaction by recording it not only on a main register, but a connected distributed system of registers, all of which are connected through a secure validation mechanism. Different records, all of them connected. That transaction you're doing will be recorded on them. So that is a beautiful thing about blockchain technology. I'm going to read this again. I love this. It's written by a blockchain specialist. As revolutionary as it sounds, blockchain truly is a mechanism to bring everyone to the highest degree of accountability. No more missed transactions, human or machine errors, or even an exchange that was not done with the consent of the parties involved. Above anything else, the most critical area where blockchain helps is to guarantee the validity of transaction. by recording it not only on a main register but a connected distributed system of registers, all of which are connected through a secure validation mechanism. So blockchain technology is like the internet. It's just, we call it Internet 6.0 because it stores blocks of information that are identical across network. It's because it stores blocks of information that are identical across network. Now, blockchain cannot be controlled by any single entity. It has no single point of failure. It was invented in 2008, and since that time, blockchain technology has operated without significant disruption. To date, any problem associated with blockchain have been due to hacking or mismanagement. In other words, this problem comes from bad intention of human error, not flaws in the underlying concepts, not the technology itself, okay? The internet itself has proven to be durable for almost 30 years. So definitely blockchain technology, which we call the Internet 6.0, will also be durable. So blockchain network lives in a state of consensus, one that automatically checks in with itself every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes it checks on itself. It's a kind of self-auditing system of a digital value. The network reconciles every transaction that happens every 10 minutes interval. Each group of these transactions is referred to as a block. That's why each of them is a block. Two important properties we source from this. Number one is transparency, because data is embedded within the network as a whole. By definition, it is public. So your data, any data that goes into the blockchain technology, any data stored there is public. Number two, it cannot be corrupted. Altering any unit of information on the blockchain would mean using a huge amount of computing power to override the entire network. You can imagine someone overriding the network in my house, in my own network on my computer, the network on somebody else's computer, so it will be difficult. So that's why we say it cannot be corrupted. The emergence of Bitcoin, one solution that has developed to address of complexity, vulnerability, inefficiency, and cost of current transaction system is Bitcoin, and that's true. Bitcoin has helped to solve a lot of issues. People that are not transparent, this is time to come and catch them. This is time to get them if you are not transparent. So unlike traditional currencies, which are issued by central bank, Bitcoin has no central monetary authority. No central bank is in charge. No one controls Bitcoin. Bitcoin aren't printed like dollars or euros. They're mined. Bitcoins is mined by people and increasingly by business running computers around the world. Bitcoin is actually mined. I used to be involved. I used to do a business of mining of Bitcoin before now. So rather than rely on central monetary authority like the Central Bank of Nigeria to monitor, to verify, to approve transactions and manage the money supply, Bitcoin is enabled by a peer-to-peer computer network made up of its users' machines. So it's peer-to-peer. You transfer to me, I transfer to you. It's digital money. Bitcoin is digital money. So, but Bitcoin is run on that technology called blockchain. Bitcoin is actually built on the foundation of blockchain, which serves as Bitcoin shared ledger. So it's actually a ledger. It came as a ledger. Bitcoin, sometimes when we are doing seminar, we say which one came first, Bitcoin or blockchain. And sometimes when we are doing, I say, okay, which one comes first? Is it bank or CBN? Is it which one gave birth? Okay, no, is it money or CBN? So Bitcoin gave birth to blockchain. It was when Satoshi Nakamoto was thinking of what technology to use for Bitcoin, which he was already planning, that blockchain technology came about. And blockchain provides a means for recording Bitcoin transactions. So we use blockchain to record Bitcoin transaction. And like I said before, blockchain is a shared ledger, and it can be used to record any transaction. It has been found that blockchain can be used to record any transaction. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin alone now. Even for land, any kind of value that is recorded, that is transacted between one person or the other, it can be recorded on blockchain. So, for instance, blockchain enables securities to be settled in minutes instead of days. It can be used to help companies manage their flow of goods and related payments, enables manufacturers to share production logs with original equipment manufacturers, and regulate or reduce product recalls. So, organizations, even small organizations, small businesses, now we are thinking that, okay, government should be using blockchain technology for maybe land, but found that later, even small businesses will look at, the importance of blockchain. It's going to actually revolutionize a lot of things. Places like Dubai already, they are considering the use of blockchain for many things. So, Bitcoin and blockchain are not the same. Blockchain provides a means to record and store Bitcoin transactions, but blockchain has many uses beyond Bitcoin. Bitcoin is only the first use case of blockchain. The first value that was used on blockchain was Bitcoin. So, but now we have discovered that blockchain can be used for many other things. Everything that has value can be transacted, traded, blockchain can be used. Blockchain owes its name to the way it stores transactions that are linked together in form of chain. So as the number of transactions grows, so does the blockchain blocks record and confirm the time and sequence of transactions. So that's how it's growing, because of the way, that's why it's called blockchain. As the number of transactions grows, so does the blockchain blocks record and confirms the time and sequence of transactions, which are then logged into the blockchain with a discrete network governed by rules agreed on the network participants. Each block contains a hash. A digital fingerprint or unique identifier is what is called a hash. Timestamp bashes of recent valid transaction and the hash of the previous blocks. The previous block hash links the blocks together and prevents any block from being altered or a block being inserted between the two existing blocks. In this way, each subsequent block strengthens the verification of the previous blocks and hence the entire blockchain. The method renders the blockchain temper evident, lending to the key attribute of immutability. So one of the key attributes of blockchain is immutability. So it's because of the way the block, inserted within existing block. It cannot be altered. Blockchain will revolutionize the traditional business network. With traditional method of recording transaction and tracking assets, participants will use this ledger. We know it now. Accountants, But now with the blockchain, the ledger will just be updated on the system. Peer-to-peer replication means that each participant in the network acts as both publisher and a subscriber. Each node can receive or send transactions to other nodes, and the data is synchronized across the network as it is transferred. So, in the traditional method, we use ledgers, but with blockchain now, people can easily use blockchain to do what they're doing. The blockchain network is economical and efficient. Yes, it's actually very economical and efficient. It eliminates duplication of effort, reduces the need for intermediaries. It's also less vulnerable because it uses consensus model to validate information. Transactions are secure, authenticated, and verifiable. The participants in both transaction systems are the same. What has changed is that the transaction record is now shared and available to all parties. A blockchain network has the following key characteristics: consensus. For a transaction to be valid, all participants must agree on its validity. Blockchain network has, the following key characteristics. Provenance. Participants know where the asset came from and how its ownership has changed over time. So can prove it from day one. That's the beautiful thing about it. Sometimes when I'm telling some people about cryptocurrency and they're telling me, can I prove? I say, go to coinmarketcap.com and see from day one. You can track. Immutability. No participant can tamper with the transaction after it's been recorded to the ledger. If a transaction is in error, a new transaction must be used to reverse the error, and both transactions are then visible. Finality. A single share ledger provides one place to go to determine the ownership of an asset or the completion of a transaction. Key business benefits. Time saving is going to save a lot of time. It's going to save us time. Cost saving is going to reduce costs. Now, if I'm doing transaction with blockchain, the transaction fee is very minimal. Tighter security. Security of blockchain is very tight. No one can alter it. Building trust with blockchain. Blockchain enhances trust. It also enhances trust because we know that nobody can alter it. And the level of trust in blockchain, a lot of people, like someone was saying, only 1% of the world right now know about Bitcoin. So, but at least the awareness is ongoing and people are building trust in the blockchain technology as a whole. Blockchain builds trust through the following 5 attributes. Distributed and sustainable. The ledger is shared, updated with every transaction, and it's replicated among all participants in a very short time. Transparent and auditable. Participants in the transaction have access to the same records, so they can validate transaction, verify, identify the owner without the need for third-party intermediaries. Within a few minutes, you have done your transaction and you can verify everything. Consensus-based and transactional. All relevant network participants must agree that a transaction is valid. It's achieved through the use of consensus algorithm. Each blockchain network can establish the condition under which a transaction or asset exchange can occur. So there is agreement among all parties. It's flexible. Business rule, contracts can be done on blockchain, and the fact that it can be very flexible, and if there's any need for you to change it, you can easily just go and work on your contract and still let everybody will see that, oh, okay, this contract has been changed. So it's very flexible. So it's what the internet is for information, that the blockchain is for transaction. I like that aspect. I say that a lot. Organizations are already using the blockchain. Government agencies are already using it. Banks, insurance companies, schools, hospitals, law, music and media houses, supply chain store. Most of them are already using the blockchain technology. Then we also have what we call the Internet of Things technology. As machines interact with one another, interactions among the machines can now be reported and recorded among the machines themselves. So blockchain helps to increase the efficiency and accuracy of this information and also help to reduce costs. So that's why we are saying that there's Internet of Things technology. What kind of blockchain exists? We have private permission and we have public permission. And private permission is operated by one entity. That's for maybe among an organization. And the blockchain, the efficiency, the immutability, transparency still occur. Then we have the public permission, operated and known entities such as stakeholders of one industry. Value, immutability, efficiency, anonymity, and transparency occurs in both. So both of them, whether you are using a private permission or public permission. Then the public permission, we have multi-industry, can be operated by entities such as multiple industries can use it at the same time. Then we have the permissionless. I like that one. Anyone can be a user or run a node. Yes. Generally speaking, public blockchains such as Bitcoin value, anonymity, immutability, transparency over efficiency means that your identity can be saved as you purchase goods online. So the beautiful thing about blockchain is all these things I give to people, the fact that you can be anonymous. Don't be left behind. This is a new technology. Then we have smart contract. A smart contract is an agreement or set of rules that govern a business transaction. It's stored on the blockchain and is executed automatically as part of transaction. Smart contract, the people who are already using the blockchain technology, now they use smart contract for the agreement, that's what they use. Smart contract is an agreement or set of rules that govern a business transaction, stored on the blockchain and is executed automatically as part of transaction. So a lot of organizations now use smart contracts that can be stored on blockchain. So Bitcoin is not printed like the Security and Exchange Commission that we have in Nigeria. It is mined. This is how mining machines. This is an example of mining machines. For you to get Bitcoin, it is mined by machines. And this year, 2020, we are talking about Bitcoin halving, because this machine, when it's mined, the one that successfully mine a Bitcoin is paid every 30 minutes. The miners are paid every 30 minutes. But every 4 years, these miners, the payment to the miners are halved. And it is believed that when the payment to the miners are halved, that the price of Bitcoin will skyrocket. From history, that is what has been happening. So this is year 2020. By May this year, Bitcoin is also going to halve. So we are looking at what will happen. So that's why some of us are accumulating cryptocurrency to see to know what would happen. So in case Bitcoin skyrockets, we don't want to miss out, So talking about blockchain technology, how does it benefit you as an individual? You have already found out that blockchain technology is a technology that runs our Bitcoin. So, and Bitcoin has been declared by CN as a best investment of last decade, and this is another decade, and Bitcoin is getting better. When it was declared as a investment of last decade, only 1% of the world knows about it. Now more people are getting to know about it. You can imagine 10 years time when more people have known about Bitcoin, what would happen to Bitcoin? So basically, how do you benefit as an individual? For me, there are many ways people are using Bitcoin, but what I do with my Bitcoin, I do what is called trading of cryptocurrency. I work with my mentor, and he teaches us when to buy and when to sell cryptocurrency, and that's the only way I use now. That's what I believe in, and that's what I use now. Because in the past, when I didn't know what I know now, I used to give my money to companies that would tell me they're trading for me, they're giving me percentage, and unfortunately, I've been scammed. I've really been scammed. At the time, I lost about $200,000 to such company, and once bitten, twice shy. I've learned my lesson. I won't give my money to my cryptocurrency to any company to trade for me anymore. So basically, I'm keeping my cryptocurrency and doing the trading myself. And if I so wish, I may decide to buy some cryptocurrency and save. But, better than saving, I have a mentor who guides us on what to do when it's rising, what to do when it's falling. So that's what we do. So if you want to know more about this, you can just you can send me a message on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Oladele1. So I want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned. At least by now you have an idea of what blockchain technology is. So when people are talking about blockchain technology, you can say, I also know about blockchain technology. So basically, this is how what I have to tell you about blockchain technology. Remember, you can subscribe on this channel. We are a growing channel. We are coming, and we are always happy to share internet business, everything related to internet business, internet marketing, personal development, growth, and success strategies with you. Please subscribe and click the notification button, and leave a comment. Let me know what you have learned today about blockchain technology. Is there something new that you have learned on from what I have discussed today on blockchain technology? And is there something you know that I didn't mention about blockchain technology? Please share with us. I would love to hear from you, and I will definitely reply your comment. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can catch me on my blog, loveoladele.net, and my Instagram at loveoladele1. Thank you. See you. My goal is to see you at the top.